Hello, Assalamu alaikum. My name is Shehzad Ahmed, and I am a student of Rehan Teacher Training AI Institute. My batch number is 19. My topic is learning from fail, training, turning setback into opportunities. My English is simple, so I will ask easy question. ChatGPT will answer my questions. Let's start discussion. Thank you. Hello ChatGPT, can I start it?
Absolutely. Assalamu alaikum. I'm ready whenever you are. Feel free to go ahead and ask for questions in simple English, and we'll dive right into the topic of learning from failure.
Okay, let's start. What is failure?
Sure, let's dive in. Well, failure is basically when something doesn't go the way we hoped or planned. It's when we try something and it doesn't work out, or we don't get the result we wanted. But the important thing is that failure is also a chance to learn and grow, and it can teach us a lot about how to do better next time.
Is failure a bad thing?
Well, not necessarily. Failure can feel bad in the moment, but it's not always a bad thing. It's really just a part of learning and improving. A lot of successful people fail many times before they succeed. So it's more like a stepping stone that can lead you to better opportunities if you learn from it.
Okay. Why do people feel afraid of failure?
Well, people often feel afraid of failure because they worry about being judged or they don't want to disappoint themselves or others. Sometimes it's just the fear of the unknown or stepping out of your comfort zone. But it's important to remember that failure is just a part of the process and it can lead to growth if you look at it the right way.
Does everyone fail in life?
Yes, absolutely. Everyone fails at something at some point in their life. It's just a normal part of being human. Even the most successful people have faced failure along the way. The important thing is to learn from those experiences and keep going. So you're definitely not alone in that.
Okay. Can failure tech us something?
Yes, definitely. Failure can teach us a lot. It can show us what didn't work and help us understand how to do things differently next time. It can also help us become more resilient and more creative in finding solutions. So even though failure can feel tough, it's often a really valuable teacher.
Okay. Uh, can you explain uh, why do success people talk about fail?
Sure, successful people often talk about failure because they know it's a big part of the journey to success. By sharing their failures, they show that it's normal and that everyone faces setbacks. It helps others understand that failure isn't the end, but actually a stepping stone. It also encourages people to keep going and not be afraid of making mistakes.
Okay. Is fail part of success?
Yes, absolutely. Failure is often a part of success. It's one of those things that helps you learn, grow, and eventually reach your goals. Many successful people have failed multiple times before they succeeded. So, yes, failing along the way is just a natural part of the journey to success.
Can fail make us stronger?
Yes, it definitely can. Failure can make us stronger because it teaches us resilience. When we face setbacks and learn to overcome them, we become more capable of handling challenges. It also helps us develop problem solving skills and confidence in our ability to bounce back. So, in the end, those failures can actually make us stronger and more resilient.
Okay. How do people fail after failure? Feel after failure.
Well, after failure, people can feel a whole mix of emotions. They might feel disappointed or frustrated and sometimes even a bit discouraged. But over time, a lot of people also start to feel more determined and motivated to try again. It's all about allowing yourself to feel those emotions and then using these when to grow.
Okay. Is it normal to feel sad after fail?
Yes, it's completely normal to feel sad after a failure. It's a natural reaction and everyone experiences it at some point. The key is to let yourself feel those emotions and then gradually pick yourself up and learn from the experience. It's all part of the process of growing and moving forward.
How can we control negative thought?
Well, one way to control negative thoughts is to recognize them and then gently reframe them into something more positive or realistic. You can remind yourself that it's okay to have setbacks and that each failure is a chance to learn. Also, focusing on what you've achieved and practicing a bit of self compassion can really help shift those negative thoughts.
Okay. Uh, why is positive thinking important after failure?
Well, positive thinking is important after failure because it helps you move forward instead of getting stuck in disappointment. When you focus on the positive, you're more likely to see opportunities and solutions rather than just the setbacks. It can boost your resilience and keep you motivated to try again. So, positive thinking is really a key part of turning failure into a learning experience.
How can mindset change our reason to failure?
Well, your mindset really shapes how you respond to failure. If you have a growth mindset, you see failure as a chance to learn and improve rather than something that stops you. It makes you more resilient and open to trying new things. So, change.
To keep the conversation going. I'm sorry, but you've hit the daily limit for advanced.
Okay, next. How can confidence return after fail?
Well, confidence can return after failure by focusing on small successes and learning from the experience. When you reflect on what you've learned and see how you've grown, it helps rebuild your self belief. Also, setting small, achievable goals and celebrating those wins can boost your confidence gradually. Over time, that positive reinforcement helps restore your confidence.
How can mindset change our reaction to fail?
A mindset shift can help us see failure not as a setback, but as a valuable learning opportunity. When we adopt a growth mindset, we become more resilient and open to trying new things. Instead of feeling defeated, we can focus on what we can learn and how we can improve. This shift in perspective helps us respond to failure with curiosity and determination rather than fear or discouragement.
Can failure improve self awareness?
Absolutely. Failure can definitely improve self awareness. When we experience setbacks, it encourages us to reflect on what happened, why it happened, and how we can grow from it. This reflection helps us understand our strengths, weaknesses, and areas for improvement, which ultimately leads to greater self awareness and personal growth.
Okay. Why should we analyze our mistakes?
Analyzing our mistakes is really important because it helps us understand what went wrong and why it happened. This reflection allows us to learn valuable lessons, avoid repeating the same errors, and continuously improve. It also helps us build resilience and a deeper understanding of ourselves and our processes.
How can failure improve our skills?
Failure can improve our skills by pushing us to identify what needs improvement and encouraging us to try different approaches. When we encounter setbacks, we often experiment, adapt, and practice more, which ultimately leads to growth. Over time, these experiences refine our abilities, making us more capable and skilled in the long run.
Can failure help us make better discuss?
Absolutely. Failure can help us make better decisions by providing valuable insights into what works and what doesn't. When we analyze our failures, we gain a clearer understanding of our choices and learn to avoid similar pitfalls in the future. This process helps us become more thoughtful, more strategic, and ultimately better decision makers.
How can failure show our weak areas?
Bailey can highlight our weak areas by showing where things didn't go as planned. When we look back at what went wrong, we can pinpoint the specific skills or areas that need improvement. This awareness allows us to focus our efforts on growth and development, ultimately making us stronger and more capable in the long run.
Should we write down what we learn from failure?
Yes, absolutely. Writing down what we learn from failure is really helpful. It helps solidify those lessons, makes it easier to reflect on them later, and gives us a reference to look back on. Plus, it can help us track our growth over time and keep us motivated as we see how far we've come.
How can failure become an opportunity?
Failure can become an opportunity by offering us valuable insights and a chance to pivot or try new approaches. It helps us identify what doesn't work, which can guide us toward better strategies and innovations. It also builds resilience and adaptability, turning setbacks into stepping stones for growth and success.
Okay. What is first step after fail?
The first step after failure is often to take a moment to reflect and understand what happened. That means looking at what I'm wrong, what you can learn from it, and then being kind to yourself. Once you have that clarity, you can then plan your next steps and move forward with renewed focus and determination.
Okay, good. Uh, how can fail motivate us to try again?
Failure can motivate us to try again by giving us a clear sense of what we want to achieve and why it matters to us. It can fuel our determination and resilience, helping us learn from what didn't work and come back even stronger. Plus, overcoming setbacks often brings a sense of accomplishment and growth, which can definitely inspire us to keep going.
How do success people use fail motively?
Successful people often use failure as a source of motivation by viewing it as a learning opportunity rather than a setback. They reflect on what went wrong, adjust their strategies, and use those lessons to fuel their determination. They also often see failure as a stepping stone to success, which helps them stay resilient and keep pushing forward.
How can fail make us patent?
Failure can make us better by helping us gain important insights and resilience. When we face setbacks, we learn what works and what doesn't, and that knowledge helps us improve and adapt. Over time, these experiences build our skills, deepen our understanding, and ultimately make us more capable and stronger in the long run.
Thank you, ChatGPT. My questions are finished now. Today I learned the failure is not the end failure. Help us learn, grow, and become stronger. Step back can become opportunities if we stay positive and keep trying. This discussion helped me understand how to learn from failure and move forward. Thank you very much. So for the your time and the guidelines. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.